Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on the left side as the yellow Ottomans, we have LuifroN7. Spawn on the right side as the magenta Delhi Sultanate, we have LoueMT. Is it Louis? LoueMT? Oh, MT is obvious. But then again, some people do mix that in with one pronunciation of their name rather than spelling out. Either way, let's talk about economic benefits. Which, something to note as well, there is fish on this map. People tend to go for some fishing ships. One thing you could do instead of fishing ships is place villagers here along the shoreline to collect up some food. That is quite a bit of food there that villagers can rapidly obtain. The Ottoman player is eyeing for a barracks here, eyeing for some early spearmen, and not relying on free production. Delhi Sultan. Delhi Sultanate is incredibly hard to harass their fishing docks because their fishing ships do actually have an arrow. So the Delhi Sultan's fishing ships can defend themselves. They tend to actually can win some of the hybrid mats because of that. And of course, you can always go this research. This research actually pretty rapid research, 30 seconds. Scholars there, Garrison Dock provide plus 30% faster production speed and contributes to global research speed. But either way, let's talk about early economic benefits. Delhi Sultan, of course, gets free research, which is both a pro and con to many people. So they can get a lot of free resources through the free research, and but it does take longer. They don't get time attacks because of that as well. And if there is a time attack, opponents must have really screwed up or is really far behind. And the Ottomans can deploy out units directly rather than through their military schools, which will provide a constant supply of resources. Duke, of course, got a village here, eyeing for an outpost. Does Magenta see this? It looks... I am a bit curious. Magenta can see this. Oh yeah, Magenta can definitely see that. No problem. You know, docks do act as a outpost when it comes to spawning to shrubbery. So I never actually thought about that. Let's just say this situation doesn't really happen all too much. Now the fishing ships are eyeing for a bit of shore bombardment. Let's keep the Ottoman player selected. He doesn't see much. In order so we can see here the Vizier being deployed on out or being available. The villagers outside of the range of the fishing ships, very good. The dock is a bit farther back. He's going for some of the safe fish at the moment. Does get a couple of torches here. These fishing boats do have 7 damage, volatile range, and a relatively slow attack speed, greater than a single archer. Well, slower than a single archer, but does also provide more damage than a single archer. So their damage output's similar to an archer, I believe. He does have the outpost here. He could pull out another dock over here, but it will take a villager to travel all the way around and get over here, and maybe go for his own outpost afterwards. There's going to be a large amount of resources there. Yellow's eyeing to wall off the central canal, I think is the best way to describe it, which will make his own fish potentially safe. He could just collect the fish up using villagers. As mentioned beforehand, it is a good food source for villagers as well as fishing boats. Fishing boats just allows you to double up on civilian production. Now he does get a bit of damage on the villager. This is one reason why fishing boats can be... The Delhi Sultan fishing boats can win some hybrid mats, because if they can get out a fishing boat early, they can rush forward, snipe the villagers to build stuff. It can be actually a little bit difficult to raid, but this dock will be set ablaze. He does not have a dock over here to replenish for the fishing boats. We got a village now advanced forward, eyeing to deploy out another dock. Oh yeah, I've been beginning to mean to do this for y'all. And seeing how both sides' economic benefits don't result in times multiplier for resources, I will probably keep this set for quite some time until later technologies research. Yellow does spot the villager there, starting to build up another dock here. The fishing boats can provide some good shore bombardment. You know as well, Delhi Sultan fishing boats, they are classified as military when it comes to... Actually, just comes to right here, but not to right here. I say there's a good middle ground. They do cost 75 wood, the same cost as any other fishing boat. Dome of the Faith not being researched, which is a unique mosque that can provide discounted scholars. Usually Tower of Victory is the most common one. Tower of Victory is the landmark that gives +3... Wow. Why did I say +3? Plus 20% attack speed for infantry built within Sphere of Influence. Where did I get the +3 from? Either way, you have another dock over here, which is separated from both players' palisade walls. Wait, can you build a gate and allow fishing boats to travel? I played Mongol, so I don't know how... I don't even able to pull out gates, or walls, and for that matter, but can you pull out a gate in order to have your boats traverse? Can someone in the comments tell me that, if that's possible? Sorry, that was a stupid question, but I know in Age of Empires 2, the sea gates and the palisade gates and the campaigns can be used like that, but of course it's a campaign from a different game, and you should not draw comparisons on mechanics between 2 and 4 because they're completely separate engines. Well, even 3 as well, that's definitely a separate engine as well. One being 2D, one being 3D. And I'm familiar with the Age of Empires 4 engine, the Essence engine, since the same engine used by Company Heroes 2, and I'm a mod maker for that little game. And now we do got the other rare landmark. I suppose the Deadly Soul is not exactly a rare landmark. We do have the very rare Ottoman landmark, the Sultanate Trade Network. Comes with 2 traders garrison, with generate 28 gold per minute for each one, and up to 6 traders. Which, like the Twin Minaretes, they both follow like a pattern of a good, solid income base at home. The Delhi Sultanate, the Sultani Trade Network does provide gold rather than food. One is for villagers, which provides 1 per second collection rate. So that's definitely probably more food. Of course, this can provide the 6 gold. Hard to say to compare the two. On paper, I think the food does provide more food income, more income overall. Of course, gold income longer can last better in the very, very, very late game. While the food in the... I suppose if he does garrison up all of the traders inside, which is expensive as well, it will provide a good base of gold income, which he may not need us then deploy out any miners in order to go for age up for technologies, if he heavily focus on wood and food-based units. These fishing boats here, of course, being driven away from the dock thanks to this outpost here. There's also been upgraded arrow slits. Arrow slits may not also increases the range of the arrows as well, allowing for more coverage. Now I've got some Ghazi Raiders to pull on the field. Let's talk about unique units. Both Ottomans and Deadly Soul can pull out unique horsemen. Ghazi Raiders hit harder and slower and have a bit more hit points, and the Sipahi is just a pretty powerful horseman, which hits even harder at regular speed and costs even more than even the Ghazi Raider, which costs slightly more. Scholar now being pursued by a couple angry men with pointy sticks. We do have, looks like Yellow has one of his own fishing boats over here as well. I'm sort of surprised I don't see a single arrow ship. An arrow ship would be useful to clear out the fish ships, provided a shore bombardment against the dock, and will provide just general good coverage. Arrow ships do provide some great shore bombardment, and now got the Mahid Imperial Army. We've got Fast Castle for the Autumn player. Spearman does take up the Ghazi Raider, and will take up the Scout as well. Local Doggo demands head paths from the Scholar, but he refused to give any. See, Delhi Sultanate doesn't have a whole lot of resources reserved up, so the Ottoman player will have some great age advantage, especially seeing how his opponent can't rapidly research technologies. So this age advantage can be very powerful against the Delhi Sultanate because of, well, even if the Delhi Sultanate does age up, this simply will take a long time to catch up. Spearman now getting hit by these Ghazi Raiders. Does take out one of the Ghazi Raiders there. He's forced to see a bit of fire there. And a lot of fire there. Bad path there. Scholar will go down. Now do have a battery ramp deployed out by the Delhi Sultanate. If he's able to clean down this outpost, then he can provide some short bombardment with the fishing boats. Both sides have similar civilian count, but the Ottomans have a large amount of other civilians on the field. Fishing boats, those trail the traders. Oh, that was close. Of course. There's all the Scholar there. Now focus on Spearman. Spearman will take out one of the Ghazi Raiders before going down. The Ghazi Raiders do have a slight bonus damage, which is heavy, nothing too significant. And that exotic doggo does go down. And now the tower has been cleaned on up, so now he's able to collect up these fishies. You can leave these fishing boats alone. They're not going to pose any threat. If you have an arrow ship not being employed on field, the banner, it's hard to say if the banner will finish off in time. If the arrow ship does come out, I believe these fishing boats may be able to defend themselves. Delhi Sultanate still only has one town center, so the civilian count is much lower. Man, no, the Ottomans probably skimped out a large number of villagers. With all the trade, with the 6 traders inside of the trade network, all the fishing boats in the field, I think there was a time frame where he didn't have any villager production. Airship now facing forward. He could go ahead and throw these fishing boats inside the dock at the last moment, or maybe not. He doesn't really have to deal with worry about these fishing boats. They're not going to do much. In fact, keeping them alive will waste Ottoman population. Second site now being decaptured by Yellow by a scout. Has some sheeple to support the scout. Just imagine the emotional support animals at that moment, cheering him on. We do have a good number of spearmen as Ghazi Raiders, which should be more than enough to overwhelm the Ottoman forces. These spearmen are just hardened spearmen, not getting more than. Designed for mass lancers. These Ghazi Raiders will be significantly outqualified by the lancer. The bonus heavy damage will not be enough to engage lancers. In fact, the armor will still withstand a bit more damage, and they can still deal out more damage in return, have more health. In my opinion, Ghazi Raiders' bonus damage is heavy is don't use it as an anti-heavy tool. Use it as more of a soft counter than a hard counter, but even then, not so much. At this point in time, he doesn't really have any anti-heavy tools, but the spearmen are still a good counter to these lancers. Does get off one of those villagers killed there, very nice. The rest of the villagers will abandon the town center. We'll get a bit of fire there. Each arrow would do 3 damage each, since the Ottoman player is not going to for any pierce damage or pierce armor. Well, the lancers do go down, and now those lancers will start hacking apart some of these villagers. Take sites being captured on up and decaptured. Lancer up north, Archer trying to wall in that area. Ghazi Raiders trying to pursue the Lancers. At the scout there going down. I mean, looks like a villager did go down to this Lancer. These villagers may want to get inside the tower. They do get impaled once. And the Lance is not doing a good job of focus firing. It does get cleaned up there by a couple pokey sticks. Now, do you have the Compound Defender coming out from Delhi Sultanate, which does give him access to cheaper stone base walls, towers, keeps, and all that sort. And there goes that Lancer. Compound Defender was deployed out here. It does also give him access to the Age 4 research immediately, which going for Village Fortress would allow him to take those cheaper keeps, turn them town centers, in which that will allow him to get a good amount of village production, because at this point in time, the keeps are technically cheaper. Yep, in order for me to see a discount, I will need to switch over to him. You see here, now the keeps are cheaper than the town centers. Town centers are 750, but cost a mix of wood and stone, versus these keeps just 720. And we do have one vizier not selected just yet. He has gone for the imams, the military schools. Probably go for faster training as well. Military schools are actually deploying out archers, however, lesser seen unit deployed out by military schools, honestly. And if opponents just goes for mass number Ghazi riders, it may be a good idea to go for the Vizier that allows them to deploy out Janissaries or Lancers, because Janissaries would be a hard counter with cavalry, and Lancers just overall a good unit. Doing some good damage there. We do have a Springgold ship here. Springgold ships do bones damage versus structures, buildings, and palisade walls are classified as building. 6 is being recaptured by magenta. This one has been cleaning up by yellow. Yellow's picked up 3 relics. Magenta has picked up 1 and trying to bring 1 back home. Does delete his own palisade walls there. Lancers are now trying to torch down to this palisade wall as well. There's a good number of fishing boats still here, and there's a good amount of fish in the region, so Magenta really should keep it secure. Yellow's fleet has eaten through most of his fish here. I know there's some good amount of fish still. There are 4 sacred sites in this map, so 3 of them are captured by Delhi Sultanate, which does give him a significant amount of gold income from that as well. Right now, this trade network doesn't have all of its traders on the inside. It's providing 140. He should really max it out. And good amount of damage there on these fishing boats. One fishing boat does go down. Does not have the arrow slit research. Site is being decaptured by Imam and does have some sheep here to cheer him on. And I believe those are 2 free Mangonels on field. You now have some Lancers deployed out by the Delhi Sultanate, which is a good transition since he doesn't have, as I mentioned beforehand, he doesn't have time attacks. The Lancers don't require any upgrades, so they can minimize the lack of time attack. One last research. Does take out that fishing boat, I believe. We got a very good number of spearmen for Delhi Sultanate. Of course, Mangonels will do some great damage versus them, as well as archers. However, the spearmen can just easily overwhelm those numbers. Delhi Sultanate has 83 military units versus opponents 81. Higher quality for the Ottoman player at the moment. Delhi Sultanate does also have a good number of crossbows in the field. More shore bombardment raining on in, getting a bit of damage onto the Delhi Sultanate army, softening them up. Mangonels do find good quality in the outposts. Mangonels do bones damage to structures. Oh, and there's one maybe a free Lancer going down. Nope, he does not finish it off. Outpost does go down, but since it's unupgraded, so might have lost there. Springgold does take up the ship. If you ever have trouble with ships, Springgolds are a counter to ships. More on that later. Mangonel does find a decent hit there on the cavalry. Spearman now trying to engage. Got some Janissaries mixed on in as well. That may be an emergency Janissaries. Springgold trying to hit the Mangonels. Crossbows. Looks like most of the Lancers have gone down. So we've got a good number of Lancers for the Delhi Sultanate. Of course, Janissaries will rip them apart. He needs to get those crossbows to focus down those Janissaries. Once the Janissaries are down, then the rest of his cavalry can take out the archers no problem. We've got a arrow ship here Going to shore bombardment, getting some free kills. Back to what I was talking about the Spring Gold. Spring Gold, of course, has 10 range and does bonus damage for ships, so 100 damage for the ship, or minus Pierce armor. In which, nothing at sea has that same range. I don't think the warships, the cannon ships, has that same range. So if you have trouble engaging the sea, going to Castleways, getting some Spring Golds can help you reclaim the sea. Our ship will go down there. Legend of those Lucy's fishing boats. There's only a handful of fish here. I think it would be a better idea. That dock may be actually blocking access to go around. I would say a good idea to deploy no more than like 3 fishing boats in this area. There's not a lot of fish there, and you don't want to spend extra resources. Maybe going for 3, maybe 4 fish ships should be a good number. I have a feeling the placement of this one here will destroy that fish. Yeah, it does destroy a bit of fish there. Now we do have to keep going on for the Delhi Sultanate. Only 2 Janissaries remain. Let's take a quick look at the Vizier. If you did go for the Janissary Company. I always call them emergency Janissaries because they're usually more used, that Sultanate seems like more used on defense than offense. But that's just my perception of them. Delhi Sultanate has gone for a very large number of Mangonels, which will hit hard against those ranged units. The opponent's going for a large number of Sipahi, going for more Spearmen will be in order. You have now these lancers engaging these villagers. One villager does go down. One of the lancers do go down, the other one will fall back. Man-at-arms, Janissary, Mangonels. Dock will go down shortly. There's 3 Mangonels here, so both sides have 3 Mangonels. Actually, the Ottoman now has 4. The Mahid Imperial Army is actually pulling out Spring Golds now. There's an idle Mangonel here as well. He may not be paying attention to that. But Lucy is asked to build out Spring Golds. Now, we got siege engineers being pulled up by the Ottomans as well. He may be eyeing to pull out some forward battering rams. And we've got a line of stone walls here. Magenda's eyeing for a very large number of stone walls there. He may be eyeing for some trade, or at least trying to deny trade. He does have a keep here. And now going for perhaps some additional stone walls over here will help him keep any trade secure. There's a good amount of farms here as well. There's actually not a lot of surface area on this side of the map, so you do have to expand out of the canal for more build area. Palisade wall does go down, trying to decapture the Sacred Site. Scholar does go down. Single lance advancing forward, but the lancer is very wounded. Down south, got these Sipahi advancing forward. Does count 1 villager. Took a bit of damage there, but these he sees all the Sipahi. Good idea to stop producing crossbows. Sure, they do hit a bit hard, but you may want this guy for more spearmen. And a lot of players going for large number of archers as well. Mangonels will be used for that, but of course, the Mangonels have to find get good hits. Another Vizier is brought in. That maybe was Vizier number 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, this is the last Vizier. Let's see if he selects anything right now. He may hold off onto it. Body now advancing down south, 1 right there. Some walls, of course, have been built. The walls have been not fully built, just started. They're designed for a small amount of palisade walls there, just to keep the area protected slightly. Yep, looks like it's not eyeing to deploy that as a Vizier. We'll just check back later on that. And we've got a good number of man-at-arms employed out by the Delhi Sultanate as well. There's a lack of crossbows for the Ottomans, so man-at-arms right now for Delhi Sultanate will be very useful. Just while all these Spahi, these villagers, not enough room here for all of them. Gonna throw the 2 wounded ones inside. Does have a good number of spearmen against good damage, holding the line. He's lacking the spearmen over here as well. He definitely needs to get out more spearmen. One villager has gone down. Looks like some canceled farms. I don't think they were destroyed farms. Yellow Sacred Site does spot these mangonels advancing on forward, so he knows a decent amount of siege here. The Ottomans do have 1 spring gold for defense. And now Spearman trying to pursue these Sabahi. Ghazi Raider does get a charge attack there. Sacred Site being decaptured. This one's has been decaptured by Magenta. And you got a bunch of idle villagers here as well. And that's probably a good target for him to attack. He's trying to go back to this wood line, but there's no more there's a couple of trees remaining. Not a lot though. Sacred Site not being recaptured up over here. Yellow Scholar is trying to advance on forward. Magenta's trying to rebuild some walls here. Spot in the back line. Fortune down some lumber camps, not a big problem. We got this outpost trying to be upgraded to a fortified outpost. Has been upgraded with spring gold. And Magenta's Sacred Site, I don't think this is actually fully, it is supposed to be fully captured by Magenta. Yellow is having a debate with Magenta apparently. In fact, he's not captured the Sacred Site. Probably is losing. Multiple outposts being put up Magenta now. He's probably now torching down some housing. This could pop cap him. He's already nearly at max population. But he still may need the house. Villager being stabbed. Like of a sheep. That's probably advancing up north. There's some good resource deposits for him to raid. Torch down this market. Stone walls have not been built completely. Could just send 1 villager there. Couple spearmen now engaging. Spring gold and upgrade as well. And I've got this group of spearmen here. If they're in general A move, they should take out these Sabahi in no time. It looks like I got a single fishing boat here for the Ottomans. And he's consumed all the fish here, barring this 1 deposit. He already probably deleted the fishing boats a little bit too maturely, so there's a little bit of fish here. Either way, they're no longer existing. You have multiple Janissaries now being played on Ottoman player. He has advanced to the Imperial Age. He has gone for the Istanbul Observatory, which does make his production speed increase even further to 60% now. Also, Sultan now being researched. I believe that is the one where you get free gunpowder elephants. We are technically countered by Janissaries. We've got a number of elite archers here. Of course, we gain the next age, as it means he still doesn't have the research available to him. Mangonels could get some great volleys here, however. Speaking of Mangonels getting volleys there, they do fire a little bit short there. Next age has been researched. He's trying to fall back to the key. Finds an okay hit down the Spahi. Another just veteran Spahi. Elite Spahi just got researched. Mangonels, find a good volley of Mangonels. One of Yellow's Mangonels does get barraged down. Spring Gulls, you see massive hits there. One of Magenta's Spring Gulls go down, but Yellow's goes down as well. 2 of Yellow's Mangonels still remaining. Remember, you can always counter Mangonels with Mangonels. They do reasonable damage to each other. The health is 140. The base damage of Mangonels is 12 times 3. Second side has been captured on up. Spahi pushing way forward. Getting some good hits on these villagers. He does have Fortitude activated there. These forces don't make their advance. Doesn't take out that outpost there. The university there. Madaraza, however you pronounce it. Multiple of them have been pulled out right there. Delhi Sultanate and Ottoman's army is very similar. Delhi Sultanate's just trying to stall out for better research capabilities. Now, do have looks like Elite Sipahi sort of received quite a bit of damage there. And that's all completed. We also have the Scholars gain plus 50% attack speed for 30 seconds. Units healed by it. Got it. Another keep being pulled on the field. There is 28 villagers here, so a good number of them will not be able to hide away in the keep. Yellow's not advancing forward as well, just more supply just everywhere. And this will start against forward. There's an infantry on their way. Maganel finds a decent hit there on those archers. This is Janissaries in the mix as well. Spear advancing forward. Looks like keep does get cancelled. Spear now engaging. There's a cannon placement inside the keep here as well. Oh, got some cannon cannoneers deployed out as well. Imam's gained some massive health regen capability on these forces there. Has the AoE healing Vizier. Speaking of which, where did he spend that last Vizier? He still has it there. He is still thinking about like getting trade bags as a possibility. He's going to keep that just in case, depending how the game goes. Spot making that advance. There's a good number of crossbows and hand cannoneers for the defense. Of course, crossbow won't gain bonus damage there. Maganels are pretty forward. We've got a massive archer force here. Does avoid the damage. The Maganels need to split the fire, so it's harder than micro. Finds a good volley on those forces there. Got some men-arms deployed out by the Delhi Sultanate, and now do have some gunpowder elephants. They have ×2 hand cannoneers. They do have 5 tower range. They do receive bonus damage from Janissaries, but they of course can move and shoot. Maganels do find a volley there. Doesn't really hit. Of course, got hand cannoneers on the ground. Elite army tactics, going for biology among all the other research. Elite army tactics not being researched by the Ottomans. Got a keep here. No trade being employed by the Delhi Sultanate. So he does have the infrastructure in place to protect it, but has a good amount of gold right there as well. Deploying a keep there to help protect his forces would be a good idea. Of course, he is loading rolling stone. He's trying to. He couldn't claim this stone here. Crossbows are getting stuck on the terrain there. Maganels finds a good volley on the Sipahi. Not exactly great units. Oh, and this is a crossbow tower elephant. These elephants are classified as light, not heavy. The armored elephants, the melee ones, are classified as armor. They do have an absurd amount of pierce armor as well. So they can actually withstand quite a bit of damage from the Janissaries, who mostly has bonus damage and relies on the high attack speed. Base damage is 28, or the current damage right now is 28. I have to find one, but looks like he's doing a good job focusing down. Big cannoneer elephants base on forward. Since they are classified as range, Sipahi should be able to do bonus damage to them. They just do, like the other horsemen, they do bonus damage versus range. Their overall Massive Sipahi is a good item in this situation. He's fighting mostly of a range force. Hand cannoneers do pose a threat. Also, Maganels will do bonus damage versus these units, and they are classified as siege damage, so the high pierce armored tower elephants will not protect them. The other tower elephants with armored crossbow do bonus damage with heavy, so it's great to not deploy out heavy. Doing a good job with some of the hand cannoneers of his own archers. Sipahi and Janissaries make their advance. Janissaries, like I mentioned beforehand, they have good damage versus cavalry and great attack speed. They just lack the range as well. One of the elephants does go down. Do now have the spearmen and scout making their advance, so a couple hand cannon support. There's a spring golem placement here. Right now, Deli Sultan's eyeing for just a good number of elephants. Going for those heavy beasts. Or he doesn't have any the heavy of ones, so not so heavy beasts. Now have a keep going up here, trying to protect his flank. Has a couple Sipahi for protection as well. Should be over on the hand cannoneers, no problem. Ottoman player does have textiles. Pretty sure, yep, textiles as well for both players. You know as well, something you can't really trust when it comes up here when it comes to elephants. You can see here it says he has 3 tower elephants, but I believe he only has the one at the moment. Yeah, he only has the one. Long story short, I have a feeling I know how these elephants are programmed. The same way how, say, half tracks are programmed in Conquer Heroes. There's actually 2 units garrisoned inside that has auto-attack capability, and they just auto-attack everything that comes close. They're basically fighting from the garrison. Elephants are now gated in. Maganel's finding a good follow there. We have some armored elephants here, which will see those damage from crossbows. He also has good armor in general. Good damage there. But I was trying to say beforehand, there are 2 units actually garrisoned inside the structure, inside the unit there, which just simply has just a couple models in the back of them just auto-attacking away. That's why it shows there's like, and occasionally just shows like, oh, there's 3 of them alive there rather than just 1, which looks like the tower elephant has that, while the battle elephant does not have that. Or the gunpowder one. I think the tower elephant, the range one, doesn't have that as well, so it's just the tower elephant that's slightly bugged out when it comes to that sort of thing. These walls may just be finished off, I would say. 6 entry will catch up by yellow. Sipahi advancing on forward. Getting a bit of damage there onto those villagers. Good damage on the batting ram. Trying to be pursued to do out another keep being employed on the front line. Deli Sultan's not a pop cap. He's getting a good number of supporting spearmen. After all, Sipahi's playing against all Sipahi, which are counter to the ranged elephants. The armored elephants are not ranged. Good Magnop is there taking out a good number of archers. He may be able to pull off in the archer production, that's for sure. He does have a good number of Janissaries on the field. Now the elephants are making their charge. Good support of nearby these scholars, in which the increased attack speed for healing may not actually apply to the garrison units at the back, depending on its program. Can't see how it is. Maganel finds a good volley there. He does have a good amount of siege and elephant composition. Has an absurd number of scholars here, gets some great healing. So we're advancing forward. Crossbow elephants firing away. The Duke 1/6 is heavy, but she's not facing against any. Ken here elephant does go down. Armed elephants in the front line. And now they're getting hit by great bombards. Great bombards just have high damage. Engage the high health of those elephants. One armored elephant does go down. Great bombards now trying to get overran by these spearmen. Does hit buttons and units to engage it, and looks like he does lose some of these great bombards, more Janissaries and Spotty advancing forward, trying to take out some more of these elephants. We now have the keep being deployed on the field. We now have Magenta I-4 forward to keep as well. Magnetos crawling. He's also going to his elephants. He's going to be overran. He says going to have a spear here, which they do get report with Janissaries. Mangonels to find out volley there. Roll some misses. Site now being decaptured. Mangonels do bonus damage versus structures, and elephants can bash their heads in. Can also do they have to do plus 45 damage versus buildings. There's 2 tusk attacks. I never really know what tusk attack they actually use. Do they use both or do they use one? I really don't know how the melee attacks work for the elephant. But I see one that says like did like 83 damage. Now this one just says crossbows. The armor elephant. See here, it does have a tusk attack, does bonus damage versus structures, but also has a tusk attack, which just does high damage. Maybe one's a charge attack. I really don't know how the armored elephants really exactly work. Because clearly one's not meant for like, oh, this one's like supposed to be the torch or structure damage. The other one's supposed to be like for regular units, because if the regular attack has plus damage versus buildings, then that's meant to be used for the case it's meant to hit all targets. Predators now have the Pierce Armor activated there, trying to hit some of these villagers. Both players actually don't have above 100 villagers. It's actually a little bit interesting. Spahi will be blown down by these various defensive structures. With a good number of villager kills there, both sides have lost a significant number of villagers, or civilians. We got 70 versus 57. I wonder. Delhi Trade Network has still not been fully garrisoned. I'd say there's been an oversight there. Barons on push rate 4, getting overran by the Sipahi. However, now getting hit by these Sipahi. Sipahi, they do plus 18 damage versus range. They do avoid this spearman though, so he does save the tower elephant. At least heavy force. It's just a mix of everything. Good amount of supporting infantry, good amount of elephants, good amount of siege weapons, including bombard. We got a great bombard here for counterattack, but we have 3 spring dolls engaging. The regular bombard gets a hit there as well. It's not a culverin, but it will do. Yellow's massive Sipahi force now trying to come in for a flank. Since both sides have minimal villagers compared to most common gates, they can pull out massive armies. Janissaries now firing away, getting some quick damage there on the elephants. They are classified as cavalry, so they won't take Janissary bonus damage there. However, the elephants are overrunning the Janissaries, and somehow the Janissaries are actually losing this fight. Great bombard not getting repaired by some villagers. You can use Janissaries for that as well. While he pushing forward, does get hit by a bunch of spearmen. He's doing a good job mixing spearmen on in because it's the counter the supply of one of the major counters against elephants. Right now, maybe good idea for the Ottoman player to go for a large number of spearmen. Great bombards now see a bit of fire there. Large amounts of fire there, but he will clean up all these man-at-arms that are hitting it. The Ottoman players lost a significant army. The Delhi Sultanate was actually crawling. His army is disorganized, and his keep is still up over here. Even though Delhi Sultanate does have a larger army in the field, he doesn't know he does, and plus, if you're disorganized, it doesn't matter how large your army is. You have been divided, and you will be conquered. Looks like a good number of walls going down there. Yellow is eyeing for some trade, and you see the trade bags? He has gone for trade bags there. That's where his last vizier went. So we have some excellent gold income. at the max distance, it'll probably provide him plus 100 gold. That's 73, because it's not actually max distance, it's not over here. If it's over here, it'll probably be actually up to 100 gold. Couple stone walls being put on the field. Villagers trying to torch it down. Stone walls do not have any apparent fire armor, so the torches will do full damage. So will elephants' heads. That's a supply over here. All 6 sites have been captured by magenta, so yellow will need to capture at least one. This also gives the Delhi Sultanate an X amount of passive gold income. Speaking about gold, we've got gold being collected there. Do we have traders? Not have traders yet for the Delhi Sultanate. Gold income with the 6 sites, of course, is good. He only has 2 relics, opponent has 3. Appears that all the mines have been cleaned up map, but there's a little bit there. Janissaries now advancing forward. Got man-at-arms, spearmen advancing forward. Sipahi are just charging on in. Great Bombard firing away. The Great Bombard may want to hit the supporting infantry rather than elephants, but the elephant does go down now. Stop that keep or not outright destroy it. Wasn't really paying attention to its health. Magenta's villagers falling back. Magenta still has less villagers opponent. And he does have a smaller army in the field. His quality is actually much higher because elephants are very, very high quality. They're very population efficient. That does gold deposit being claimed by the Delhi Sultanate. He's down to another 1,400 gold here. Got 1,700 gold here, but of course the Ottomans do have a trade going up. The Delhi Sultanate needs to probably take that gold, invest into a good trade network, because right now he's going to run out of gold pretty soon. He does have a bit of stone to work with as well. Maybe to leave some of these lumber camps and start walling up this region for secure up this trade. For the Ottoman player, we do have this mass Janissary and Sipahi. Sipahi's only costs a minimum of wood, which that may be a dwindling resource on this map as well. There's a good amount of wood on the map still. But, of course, if with the trade network and farms, wood is a less securable income for at the moment. He also signed for more keeps himself. There's a bit of wood here and here. Yep, some wood up here. Quite a bit actually has been chopped down. We've got a sizable deposit here, and that one's been consumed quite a bit. Yellow's now advancing forward. We've got a good number of man-at-arms and spear trying to engage Sipahi. Janissaries do find a good follow there. The Janissaries have to focus down the elephants. That's their primary. I suppose they can shoot any of those targets. All those targets are something they want to kill, but look at that. That engagement did not go well with the Ottomans. Good number of supply, he went down. Those trying to torch down this outpost. There's a plus 10 fire armor from research. These villagers' torch damage 10, so they'll literally do 1 damage each. Their knives are just as effective as torches that one time. Good bombard damage there on the keep. One armed elephant does get gunned down. We've got a mass catch up here. Magenta has a good number of hand cannoneers to make some in, so while you advance on 4. Great bombards for sounding hand cannoneers, so it's getting a good quality there. When the Great bombards is nearly destroyed, he doesn't have the villagers tasked onto it. He's having trouble casting on it. One Great Bombard does go down. The other Great Bombard does go down as well. Supply needs to fall back. Janissary's flanking on in. At this point in time, he just made me get archers rather than Janissaries to engage all the spearmen. The archers will have increased range and bonus damage versus these spearmen. And they're roughly the same DPS as Janissaries with bonus damage. Of course, it'd be a lot less general purpose, and if also wood, there's actually a resource he won't have infinite income, like gold, and it's right now it's becoming more geared towards Janissaries, so maybe not. Is there increased range that would be very useful, honestly. But right now, he's lacking frontline as well. He needs to get on his own spearman. Janissaries with good quality there. He's trying to overrun the King-Can-Use with Janissaries, very good. Hanging out finds a shot there. Does get a small dodge, only 1 8 shot there. Spearman gets great damage here. The supply can gauge the man-arms a bit more reasonably. More Janissaries being deployed on the field. Of course, Ottomans do have higher production speed, plus 60%. I think with military catapults goes up to sort of like 75%. Damage there. Over here, got the spearmen and man-at-arms pushing way forward. Does get a bit of damage there. King-Can-Use just firing away. One of the Mangonels over here does go down to something. Looks like yellow has a Mangonel or a Spring Gold. And that Tower Elephant does go down. Let's play a Gunpowder Tower Elephant. He's not doing any more regular elephants. He does not have the golden fund for that anymore. And he does not appear to employ any traders, so right now just play on trash. And looks like he hasn't gotten much of the siege upgrades as well. Or maybe just one for siege works last. Great bombard, now pull it on the field. He's just forward, gunning down some infantry, supply base on forward. There as well, there's only a finite amount of wood on this map as well. The Delhi Sultanate needs to start eyeing for traders. So right now, his economy is not looking good at the moment. Both of them have similar military counts, so they will have similar military sizes. But both their economies are not really handling so well. Other than the Ottoman does have good gold income, that's for sure, with all the number of traders. Veterans have cleaned through a number of these buildings, so he does have 3 stacks, so I think he has increased attack speed as well. Tech site not being decaptured there. Now you got the dock, we see a bit of fire there. Brain Bombard not being deployed out does keep, which its high damage will overcome the pierce armor of his opponent's keep. He also captured the Southern Sacred Site. Right now, Magenta Space are solely relying on Sacred Site gold income, and a couple relics is not that great. Here's 3-4, Great Bombard does take the battering ram there. I got some lancers being put on the field by the Ottoman player. He is lacking wood income, so going for more heavier lancers would have to be in order. And he is starting to eye for some traders now. A little bit late, I would say. Is there any unique technology when it comes to Delhi Sultanate trade? I don't think so. Great bombardment placement there, which will give him 103 range and damage, which will put some holes in his keep. The cannon placement does do a bit of damage as well. And now we've got this Tower Elephant advancing forward. It will go down. Wow, those man-at-arms are sprinting. They were going as fast as 2 tiles per second. Oh yeah, he has the Force March ability. That's what it was. So it's like an into a raid. Thinking they're Palace Guard, but they're not. So makes way forward. Force March is activated. Trying to close this Spring Gold. So you take out the Spring Gold. The Jetta Spearmen are just disintegrating. Magenda's fall back there, trying to pull out another forward keep. Taking his push way forward. Janissary's just now firing away. Spear making their advance. He gets good hits there on those Sipahi. Looks like most Sipahis got down. Additional reinforced Sipahis make their way forward. Keep does get cancelled, but Pinky is destroyed. Do have a good number of hand candies here, but I think it's more Janissaries. They have higher attack speed but lower damage. They have about half the damage as less than half damage. Also, that increased attack speed between the nearby Metra is actually absurd. They do also have less range. More tower elephants being brought on in. Keeps not engaging Keeps. Looks like Magenda's Keep will be battered down by the Great Bombard. That outpost did not stand a chance. I thought those projectiles are almost as big as wide as the outpost itself. Decent damage here on the keep. Great Bombards do over 700 damage, 800 damage to keeps. Still fighting out. Magenta right now does have 3 secret sites. Bombards, Great Bombards hitting this keep. He does have a cannon place in itself. But it looks like the keep will be set ablaze and will be burnt down. Looks like Yellow's keep will be losing the fight. Got a good force of spearmen here. Sultanate is still trying to pull out more traders. And not at the moment though. They're now providing 54 gold per trip. Ooh, these spearmen need to hit those traders. He's trying to roll off this region, trying to deny the traders from, well, trading. But he also should try. His opponent has a lot of gold at the moment. He will go and clean up those spearmen. Magenda's army now advancing forward. There's another keep being pulled up by the Ottomans. And do have the tower elephant receiving massive fire there. Gold trying to show that Doc who's boss 1 damage at a time. Those probably did not last long. Put it there onto the spearmen. I do have the. Geez, that research is still taking forever. 16 minutes to get the adjustable crossbars. Jeez. Looks like those spearmen all get gunned down. Spearman now advancing forward as well. He's good damage. And all these spearmen are just being annihilated. There's a good number of hand cannoneers. The spearmen advancing forward, and this is probably at close enough distance. The Ottoman force right now is their quality is actually very similar. We do have a wave of war elephants not being pulled on the field. Magenda's front line over here has disintegrated. Going for more spearmen, which is in order. Archers wouldn't be half bad either. They will help them engage the Janissaries at range. He's also on for some mangonels. Push his way forward. Do now the war elephant go on down there. Battle ram getting sort of tied up there. Springald does go down there, and Candida's firing away. More spearmen trying to be pulled out on the fly, but Magenda's having trouble remaxing. He has very little resources in 100 gold and wood. He needs both right now. You know how the Janissaries take up the spearmen there. Got the Springald fight there. Does take out one yellow Springald's there. One of Magenda's to go down. And looks like a yellow Springald does have enough health there. Does go down there, so Magenda's down to 1, so he doesn't have enough to really engage these great bombards. They do have 40 pierce armor, so the hand cannoneers in the back of these Delhi Sultanate war elephants, power elephants, the gunpowder elephants, only do like 2 damage per shot, and does get nutted by the great bombard there. Janissaries push forward. More supply being put on the field. The Ottoman player has a massive gold reserve. He could just take that gold and start buying a lot of food, because at this point in time, he probably needs to do that. Ghazi Raiders not being put on the field. Elite Ghazi Riders trying to overrun these weapons, but of course they will get annihilated by the Janissaries, so I'm not sure what he's trying to do with that. Maybe he's trying to hit the trade. They're trading. War Elephant's now seeing some fire, and they do go down. He's trying to harass his opponent. Taking up these trade sites will interrupt the trade. Of course, it's easily replaceable. If Magenta is able to batter down these walls, sneaking some villagers up here to pull out some keeps could be useful. He has enough stone for 1 keep at the moment. Mangonel does get a bit of splash damage hit there. Spearman hand cannoneers pulling forward. Janissaries going to be closed on in. Great bombards falling back and repaired up by some villagers. More great bombards now being pulled on the field. Coming down to great bombard number 3. Veterans now trying to push their way over. He may be trying to hit those walls to get to the trade network to the south. Spear now advancing forward. Hand cannoneers do stay alive at the moment. Magenda's increased range with hand cannoneers with Janissaries, what really is keeping them very useful, as well as they like to shoot everything like Janissaries, which have slow attack speed. And the damage versus cav is not too dissimilar. Janissaries do of course get to do 28 damage, opposed to these hand cannoneers do 42 versus everything. Of course, they do have a higher attack speed, and this one's not going on cavalry, so the lower base damage is about equal. At this hand cannoneer force advancing forward with a metric attack speed. Mangonel finds not a good hit there. Second side has been decaptured by Magenta there. War Elephants does go down there. Magenda's hand cannoneer still firing away. Magenta's Mangonel finds a volley there on the Janissaries, gets a decent volley. Now this War Elephant's starting advancing forward, getting overran, does take up the Mangonel. As right now, this one is still running on fumes on resources. He does have good number of traders right now, but they're just not as good quality as the Ottoman traders at the moment. Great bombards to take out that war elephant now. Good spring gold hits there. Magenta does have a smaller force, going for more hand cannoneers, now going for some mana arms. He's running low on wood, he can't really afford spearman production. The mana arms won't deal with the Swahi as quickly as spearmen. Of course, the Swahi can still be ripped apart by the hand cannoneers. Those that unit. We got a massive number of spring golds here for yellow, so both sides going for a good number of spring golds. They're both equal. Let's get hit there into spring gold. Outpost does go down. Now the keeps him to the fire. Does have a cannon placement. Midget is trying to push his way forward. Looks like some of these forces are starting to get hit by the Great Bombards. He's hitting the infantry. He's with the Great Bombards with fire support. Spring Golds advancing forward. They may need to just pick up those Great Bombards with the Spring Golds. Those lose come the Spring Golds. Magano does find not a good volley there. Doesn't hit the Janissaries. Magetta's forces getting annihilated. His hand cannoneer. Elephant does go down there. All the Magetta's siege weapons are down. Or in single Spring Gold. He's nothing to stop these two Great Bombards. That may be game. He's having trouble remaxing. Elephant trying to bash his head against his keep. Keeps on going down. He's getting a good number of man-at-arms. They're pretty gold efficient each. But he's also running low on food as well. At least that wasn't gaining advanced economic research, if I remember correctly. Let's see here, 2,500, 1,400, 29 to 53. So yeah, no additional food income compared to his opponent when it comes to like bonuses, multipliers. Some of these spring golds are sort of going down. Yellow spring gold does go down. He does save that Great Bombard freedom there. He has a good number of spring golds here, but they're lacking any escort now. There's too many Janissaries hitting them. Vegeta does fall back to his own across the canal, and that's probably gonna be game. Yep, that is game. That's Anna Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.